The boat doctor is me out here in this 210 190 searunner with the 150 on it. Does you really good, about 43 miles an hour, I believe. Yeah, wide open throttle. Let me see. Seconds to plane was about 3 seconds. There's all my little notes here. Idle 700, plane 23, cruise 45. Drain plug, I didn't see those, but you'll get those. Good boat, dry boat. Yeah, 5,900 at 43. 4,800 or 5,800 is about good. You're going to save a lot more fuel. Anyway, set up all your electronics for you. Got a nice little ranch with AIS on it, which is kind of cool. It's capable of a PA hailer horn. And then this here is your little 74 SV, I believe. And I got all that set up with your different programs, and I'll show you that when you come down here. You can go home, go into combos. You can go into your fish finder combo right there. Nice and clean, I say. Then go home, and then of course if you want to go into your charts, you just go into your charts, navigation charts. Right there, you go home again, and then you go into combo, which a lot of people, they'll probably use. You could use this one, I guess. And it still gives you GPS speed, heading, water temp, depth. It has tide, it has moon phase, it has everything. Tack works good. Fuel gauge, I put in 30 gallons of non-ethanol, 0 hours on it here. This here is your water and your oil. If you get a little rectangle over here blinking, or here, that means, hey, check your water, check your oil. Now, if you don't see that, then it's going to let out a buzzer. If you don't hear the buzzer, then what's going to happen is going to go into a reduction gear. That means full throttle. This is as fast as you're going to go. It's about 2,200. And we can turn on the live well here. You don't have courtesy lights, they'll turn on your nav lights. Bilge pump, wipers, we already checked. Horn works good. Water flow was good. I think I went through the complete boat on part 2. This is part 3, so this is more of a running issue. And, you know, to run it out and show you what it does. So basically, I'm going to shut that main off. Then I'm going to get down here. And I'm going to, when it's cold, you maybe want to lift up on that red handle. Give it about 3 pumps. Bring it back. Then lift this lever just to where you feel friction, then push and hold the key. But right now it should just start up. So then anyway, you just make sure you trim her down. You'll hear it. Boom. Then hit the key. Then if you want to hear if it's running, you just lift the lever, put it in gear. And this did about 5 to 7 miles an hour depending on the current. Beautiful. Down in there, you got some storage. There's your swivel. There's your slide, armrest. And you got for your back, you can adjust that. Storage box, seats. See, right now we're doing 6.35 on the kicker, and it's like instantly. Like, say we can stop right here. Look at ground point to see how fast you're going if you're moving. Now even right here, I'll put it in reverse. It dead stopped it that quick. And now it's starting to bring it backwards. Then we'll go ahead. As soon as you hit it, it's already moving. So that's the kicker. Then just make sure you shut it off, then trim it up. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, 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 boom. Then this one's fuel injected. All you do is turn the key. Boom. And then of course, if this thing was in gear like this, and you try to start it, it ain't gonna start. So you gotta make sure it clicks back. Safety lanyard, of course, if you have that out, and you turn the key, you're gonna hear that beep. That's the first indicator that safety lanyard's out. So if you go to turn it and it beeps like that, but if this is running and it beeps, then it could be your oil or your water. So basically, then you just get that, and you find the little home spot. See my old, there we go. Then just turn the key, look at your tag, she's running. So now I'm gonna give it some gas. This plane is pretty quick. Nice boat, very stable, dry. you can get the bow up on it so you don't have to worry about that water hitting the window. So we're going to stop right here. We're going to show you what it's going to do. We're going to hit it. 1001, 1002, about 2 seconds of playing it. And see, this is a short chop with a little wind on top. This is normally when you get a rough riding boat. But this is riding pretty good. You got the suspension seats. Then we're going to give it a little bit more gas, trim it up. So planing would be, you want to trim it down a little bit. Then I'm going to take a drink of styrofoam gulp. Oh baby, nothing like it. Okay, plating's right about there, about 21 miles an hour. Now we got a lot of current, you get a little bit of lean. So then what you do is you just go like this and crank the wheel like that and it'll straighten it out. So right here you're doing about 4,000 RPM. That's a good cruising speed. And that's about 28 to 30 miles an hour. You hit it, look at this go through this. And we're at 54. That's your AIS. There's 56, 41 miles an hour. It goes right through this stuff. So I'm going to take her back. Alright, I like it. Just a few things, you just hit this X and that just tell you that's AIS. Telling you about that vessel ahead. Yep. Beautiful boat. He's gonna like it. And right here, very stable, dry, no water on the windows. And basically it goes where the current's going. It's gonna bring your bow around with the wind and the swells. So it doesn't take much to turn this. Huh. Pretty nice. So I'm going to trim that baby, the main down. And it's pretty stable in this short stuff. GPS works good. Fish finders work good. Clear view. Got a magnifier on that for you. See, even hitting that, I didn't really take no water. Now these are getting a little bit bigger right here, but I'm going slow too. So when you're doing this, you want to kind of get the bow up, so raise your trim up, bring the speed up a little bit. There you go. All right, boat doctor out of here. This beautiful boat sold. 190, 2021 Sea Runner. I like the color. I don't know what, it's plum red, I guess. But I'm out of here. Oh, there you go. Oh, there it goes. Chocolate sprinkles.